What's up, everybody? It's OC Motor back at you with another one on Chris Got Games, and today I'm sure you're wondering what we're going to be talking about. But before we get started, comment down below, share with friends, hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, like the video, or dislike if you want to. But without further ado, let's get right into it. But before we get into it, I want to shout out Happy Council Gamer on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to his channel, go subscribe to him. But without further ado, we're going to be doing a controller reveal and discussion video. So today, the controller we are going to be revealing and discussing is hold on, let me get this out of here. The Sega Saturn controller. We are going to be revealing and discussing the Sega Saturn controller. This is a Sega Saturn version 2 controller. Now, this isn't an official Sega Saturn branded controller. This is an off-brand, but it exactly replicates the Saturn controller. So everything, the button, the way they press, the way they feel, exactly replicates the Saturn controller. So, yeah, the Saturn controller was revolutionary. So what the Saturn controller did is it took, because the Sega Genesis, when the Sega Genesis first came out, it had a 3-button controller, and then the Sega Genesis eventually made a 6-button controller. So what the Sega Saturn did is took everything that was great about the Sega Genesis 6-button controller and made it even better. So what do I think about this controller? Well, by feeling it, the triggers, the buttons, the D-pad, this is an amazing controller, man. This is an excellent controller. Like the way that it's shaped and like the shape of it, it fits in your hand nicely. This controller is legendary, especially for fighting games. This controller is legendary. And this controller has the best D-pad. Well, maybe not this controller, but the official Saturn version of this controller, which looks exactly like this. It's just that the bumpers and the buttons are gray instead of black. But the Saturn controller has the best D-pad ever created. It has a legendary D-pad. It has the best D-pad ever created on a video game controller. Fight me on that. But it has the best D-pad ever created on a controller. So, because this controller, the way that it feels, and the buttons, and the way the buttons are placed, and the D-pad on this controller, I'm sure you're curious to know what my rating of this controller is going to be. And you know, like I tell you all the time, like when you get lost in a video game, you kind of forget that you have a controller in your hands, you know, and you forget all about a controller. But what I have to rate this controller is a 10 out of 10. It doesn't get any better than this for a 6-button D-pad controller. This was the A+ standard pinnacle of 6-button D-pad controllers. There's no better 6-button D-pad controller than this controller. Fight me on that. And so yeah, I rate this controller a 10 out of 10. So that's that. That's the Sega Saturn version 2 controller. The version 1, someday when I get a version 1, I will show you that controller. And then they also have the 3D control pad, and I will show you that controller. But the version 1 controller, a lot of people didn't like it. But this controller, labeled by Mini, is one of the best controllers ever made. Definitely the best D-pad controller ever made. So yeah, so I just wanted to touch on that and reveal the Sega Saturn controller to you. And also on the official one, it has a metal tip here. I mean, this is all good this controller is. Even though this controller is aftermarket, this controller beats 90% of first-party controllers. And this is aftermarket. So you can imagine what an official Saturn... This is just my backup one because I was too lazy to dig in my closet and move boxes around and grab an actual official one. This is just an aftermarket one that I let friends use when they come over so they don't wreck my good controllers. Nah, I'm just playing with you. But yeah, this is one of my extras. And so if this is that good, imagine how good the official one is. But yeah, without further ado, that's all I wanted to touch on. Hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, share with friends, like the video, dislike if you want to. And that's all I gotta say. Another controller reveal and discussion video. And so that's OC Motors, C Duckets, back at you with another one on Chris Got Games. Peace.